Did you know that Airbnb has over 150 million registered users and that over 100,000 cities and towns have active listings? It wasn't too long ago that the thought of staying in someone's house for vacation would have been a bizarre and out-of-the-box idea. Growing up in the 90s, kids were told not to get into cars with strangers and never trust anyone you met on the internet. Then came Uber, where you literally book some random internet person and then get in their car. And annoyingly, most don't even have candy. Ugh. But once you're okay with that, then staying in a stranger's home that you found on the internet just doesn't seem too weird. This list will look at 15 of the most unique Airbnb and vrbo stays in the country. Know that pricing may fluctuate, and not all houses are created equally. And in some cases, the house itself is the experience. Number 15 is the spectacular Earthship located in Taos, New Mexico. The name speaks for itself. It looks otherworldly for sure. This home is advertised as luxury and off the grid with solar power, water harvesting, integrated greenhouse, and expansive glass for amazing views of the mountains outside. It's advertised currently at $217 per night and sleeps 2 in this 1,400 square foot space. The house boasts some of the most spectacular stargazing opportunities, as its remote location keeps it free from light pollution. Number 14 is Golden Acid, or Aceto Dorado, located in Joshua Tree, California. Don't be fooled by the word acid. This house is perfectly safe. This house runs about $661 a night, but sleeps 4 guests, so divided by 4 people, it's worth the experience. The house appears to be seamlessly part of its desert backdrop. Architect Robert Stone created more than just a house. He created a work of art. This house has a pool and hot tub, and the inside is made to feel like you're in the desert around you. Not to mention, it's nestled against Joshua Tree National Park, where you can see the region's most unique cacti. Number 13 is Ponderosa, part of the Snow Bear Chalets in Whitefish, Montana. Ski in and ski out is the name of the game here. This treehouse is literally on the slopes, and you can ski to and from the house. It costs about $1,050 per night, but can sleep up to 6 people. Live your childhood fantasy by sleeping in an actual treehouse in some of the most beautiful mountainscapes in the country. Ski up to your front door and sit by the home's fireplace and enjoy a cup of hot cocoa. Then hop right back on the slopes. Number 12 is the Carriage in Topanga, California. This tiny home is an authentic Romani wagon tucked amongst the beautiful Santa Monica Mountains and 100-year-old oak trees. It sleeps 2 guests and will only set you back $159 per night. This carriage is on wheels for the complete experience and has a fire pit and outdoor bathtub where you can bathe in nature while still maintaining privacy. Topanga State Park is just a 3-minute walk and is an easy drive to the Santa Monica Pier if you want to go shopping, swimming, or see the iconic Southern California Pier. Number 11 is the Colorful Home in the Berkshires, Massachusetts. From a bold and hard-to-miss blue kitchen to the plum-colored bathroom featuring a clawfoot tub, this is one of the most colorful homes in the U.S. in one of the most beautiful states. Needless to say, this place is ideal in the fall to check out New England's famous foliage. This house will set you back $749 per night, but sleeps up to 10 guests. So really, that's only about $75 per person. Way better than a hotel for the value you get. This house is impeccably decorated with plush velvet armchairs, an antique dining room table, exposed brick, low wooden ceilings, wood-burning stove, and bistro-style kitchen. You won't want to miss this one. Number 10 is the Tiki Suite in Key West, Florida. Just picture a tiki hut out over the water, and you've got number 10 on this list. It sleeps 2 guests and costs $552 per night. What makes this rental so unique is that you need to take a water shuttle to the hut. It's out over open water, so you can truly feel isolated and immersed into the water around you. This means that you have a 360-degree waterfront view. Lay out on the hammock sipping Mai Tais and let the hustle and bustle of the mainland melt away. Number 9 is Crystal Peak Lookout in Fernwood, Idaho. This is a literal treehouse built on tall stilts to keep you amongst the trees. Set among 13 acres of woods, this house sleeps up to 2 guests and costs $500 per night. Depending on the time of year, the listing says that you can find huckleberries ripe for the picking, bluebird boxes full of nestlings, and fresh moose tracks in the snow. The house has a lookout, an outhouse, and sauna during your stay. Winter is accessed by snowmobile or by a ride in their Polaris RZR, so you know you're getting a truly unique experience. Number 8 takes us back to Joshua Tree, California for a stargazing dome. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. The house literally looks like a bubble or dome, giving you complete access to the night sky and all the stars that you can see, free from light pollution. The rental includes an entire house that sleeps up to 6 guests and costs $379 per night. There's a sauna, cold plunge, and in-home cinema, but the main draw of this place? The dome. Lay on one of the 2 chaise lounges in the dome and fall asleep to the constellations above. Number 7 is Aurora Villa in Fairbanks, Alaska. If you're thinking that the Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights is a feature here, then you would be correct. The name says it all. Note that this Airbnb is advertising rooms for rent. There are up to 7 rooms, so you can book the entire thing or just one room. It's about $648 a night for up to 4 guests, with the option of renting the other rooms in the house if you're in a larger group, or are willing to pay to ensure you have the house to yourself. Spend the night watching the aurora dance across the sky, and be sure to check the aurora forecasts before booking so you'll know what time of year you can best see the lights. Number 6 keeps us in the Great North with the Odyssey Lodge, a luxury villa in Homer, Alaska. Situated on 22 acres on a cliff overlooking the crashing waves of Kachemak Bay below, this is the quintessential Alaskan experience. The space sleeps up to 9 guests and costs an average of $844 per night. This modern home features an outdoor hot tub where you can take in stunning views of the Alaska Range and watch eagles soar overhead. This secluded piece of paradise offers unparalleled views of Alaskan wildlife, both on land and water. This clifftop lodge is the perfect place to experience Alaska. Number 5 is Dunlop Hollow, The Cave, in Hocking Hills, Ohio. This is a literal cave. It's a 1,500 square foot house, or cave if you will, that sleeps up to 6 guests and costs about $780 per night. The cave was custom designed and built by owners Bryant and Amy Gingerich, with interior design work from Renee Byler. This is truly a work of art, with rock ceilings throughout the house and floor-to-ceiling bookshelves stocked with old books to bring you back in time or back in nature. Enjoy the outdoor hot tub, play billiards on the pool table, or enjoy a bath in the clawfoot tub tucked away in a rock corner. This is a truly one-of-a-kind experience. Number 4 is the Ohana House in Pahoa, Hawaii. The draw here is less the house and more where it is. It's located on an actual lava field. The Ohana House sleeps up to 4 guests and costs only $132 per night. But the cost comes with it being very off the beaten path, and its listing says that it's not for everyone. It's an off-grid tiny house situated on the Kalapana lava beds near the base of the Kilauea volcano. Besides being the sunniest, driest part of the island, you are surrounded by epic views of the volcano and black lava fields in every direction as far as you can see. But it's not too remote. It's also very close to farmers markets, black sandy beaches, and beautiful coastal drives, with views that you can only get in Hawaii. Number 3 is the Secret Carriage House in New York City, New York. This is a 19th century carriage house hidden and out of sight from the noise and chaos of the Big Apple. Its 3 floors of private living space sleeps up to 5 guests, and there is a caveat. This house only rents by the month and will set you back $12,000 per month, which comes out to $400 per night. So, like most things in New York City, you will pay for the privilege of staying there. But it's a unique chance to stay in an adorable cottage nestled amidst the tall buildings of America's biggest city. Number 2 is the Tower in Tiller, Oregon. This is a literal tower. For this rental, you will be in the middle of nowhere, catching some R&R in your private prairie tower that stands 40 feet above the ground. The home is modeled off the fire lookout towers and overlooks Umpqua National Forest. Once you get up to your own private tower, there's wooden interiors with a full kitchen, comfortable beds, and rocking chairs perfect for taking in the incredible views and spotting local wildlife. It sleeps up to 4 people, and there's even a fire pit, wood fire hot tub, vegetable garden, and hammock to enjoy. And number 1 is truly unique. It's the Missile Base Bunker in Roswell, New Mexico. For starters, it's in Roswell. This Cold War missile silo is 186 feet underground. In fact, when you pull up to your rental, you may not even realize that you're there. It sleeps up to 2 adults in beds, but offers 4 more air mattresses, perfect for kids, and runs at $499 per night. Take a trip back to the Cold War, when the risk of Soviet missiles instilled fear and uncertainty in the minds of Americans. The floors are still original, but the space has been updated and converted into a beautiful home beneath the desert. This is a rare chance to sleep underground and imagine that you're taking shelter in a dystopian novel set in the Cold War. The stay includes a tour, and your house has access to a small library with books and information on the history of the bunker.